I wish for one thing. Results.
And we are back for Caustic Masterclass Offense Part 2, where we're gonna talk about the outdoor offense skill abilities for Caustic. So despite being a fortified legend like Newcastle or Gibraltar, unfortunately Caustic defensive abilities outdoor are not as good as his fellow defensive legends. For the simple fact that his abilities are not going to be as efficient in terms of outdoor protection as, for example, Gibraltar Dome or Newcastle Mobile Shield and Castle Wall, as you can easily understand. And the only defense he can eventually rely on are going to be his traps, which now has been nerfed and can be destroyed, so will give you basically very little cover and protection. That being said, while used properly, he can become a very lethal and aggressive legend, even in outdoor environments. There is no better feeling than having a god spot inside the ring. However, there is some situation for which outdoor engagements are gonna be almost impossible to avoid. So the most general case when this is gonna happen is usually when you're doing a rotation and you're gonna meet up another squad. So those are the most risky moments because you have no idea if you have a third party close or not. So you're gonna have to be able to determine if you're gonna engage or not. The second most likely case, you're gonna end up on the final rings, especially in rank. And finally, when you're gonna decide to third-party squads who are fighting in an outdoor and therefore very vulnerable position. So those three most likely to happen scenarios are gonna require different strategies that we're gonna now review in details. So buckle up and be ready to get out of your comfort zone because we're gonna see a lot of sunlight on this outdoor offense masterclass. So as mentioned previously, Caustic fortified ability, beside the little extra health, which for my belief doesn't really change anything much. However, the fact that he is fortified allows him not to be slowed down while being hit by bullets. And this is a very strong asset that you can utilize, especially in indoor environments where you're gonna be able to flank an enemy squad or take an advantageous position without being necessarily gunned down or stopped during this transition. So the requirement to perform a proper Caustic offense are gonna be in the most optimal situation, usually having a good shield, purple and red ideally, a bunch of bats, because you're gonna need some fast heals during those flanks or transitions, and obviously having your ultimate and your gas traps ready to be thrown at the enemy or positions around you during your transitions. I often compare attacking with Caustic as playing a game of chess. Obviously, as a defensive character, his mobility is quite limited. However, his traps can be used as pawns who are gonna distract the enemy, attack them, or even give you protection and cover. It is important to remember that while being inflated, those traps can be very easily destroyed. Therefore, it's primordial during those very few seconds for you not to be too close to them, in order to force the enemy to decide whether he's gonna shoot at you or the traps that you're placing, and that once inflated will require a little bit more attention to destroy. So you're gonna also need to have some quick healing abilities in order for you to place those traps, taking some damages in the process most oftenly, but gradually reducing the breathing space of the enemy squad to finally end up in a checkmate. I often see some excellent Caustic players while fighting in offensive situations, barely utilizing Caustic abilities during fights and purely resting on their aim and skills to win. So yes, aim and skills are vital to win a fight. However, being able to use Caustic abilities seamlessly while doing so is gonna give you a strong, if not immenseable advantage during your fight. So obviously your ultimate doesn't have to be thrown all the time, and if you're, for example, third partying a squad that is already very weakened by the previous fight, it's smart, if not very important, for you to hold on to it. However, being able to place your gas traps around the enemy while closing on them is a skill that you need to be able to integrate seamlessly while playing Caustic. And I really insist on this term, seamlessly. For a very long time, when I started to play Caustic, I had this feeling that throwing a gas trap was sometimes a missed opportunity to gun down an enemy, a waste of time resulting of me getting killed, or slowing me down during an attack. However, with a little bit of perseverance, you will find out that once seamlessly integrated in your playstyle, throwing a gas trap or an ultimate can give you a significant and tremendous advantage during your skirmishes by increasing the control you have toward the enemy squad during your fight. Utilizing your traps during an offensive situation should come as naturally as a Bangalore would use her smoke or fuse his knuckle cluster. After, you also need to find the balance of utilizing at best Caustic abilities without relying on them to win the fight for you. Except in the situation of outside the ring fights where gas damages can be extremely relevant into winning a fight. Here the utilization of the gas is gonna be mostly about control on the enemy position and also distraction. This is basically the primordial use that I will say where Caustic abilities are gonna shine and give you a massive advantage. Also remember that while fighting in outdoor environment is where Caustic is gonna probably be the most vulnerable. Therefore, we will review deeper that aspect in a further masterclass. However, being able to identify when you're in a strong position and when you're not, and back out, is also very important. In that regard, before fully committing to a fight, being able to identify the type of legends you are facing will also allow you to use your abilities more efficiently. For example, if you know that you're facing an Horizon or Res or a Valkyrie, it is probably useless to throw your ultimate on those squads because they will be able to escape it very quickly. However, if you manage to break their shield before that, you can use your ability to rather further increase damages or force them to leave their position without having the time to properly heal. And to conclude, I really encourage you, even if you're not used to play an extremely aggressive Caustic, to try to engage as oftenly as possible into outdoor fight in order to build up a sturdy experience and improve the utilization of your abilities in outdoor and more on-the-fly situations. Playing arenas with Caustic is also an excellent training exercise that I highly recommend. So, in a nutshell, offense outdoor with Caustic. Be prepared and ready. Closing up on enemy squad will most likely make you get damages, so be ready to heal quickly. Game of Pawns, positioning strategically your traps around the enemy squad for a guaranteed checkmate. Second nature, Caustic abilities should be seamlessly integrated in your playstyle without slowing you down. Search and destroy like a dog on the bone. Once your enemy is caught in your gas, do not give them a single chance to escape. And to conclude this course, guess what? Yes, an outdoor fight. But this time, nobody's gonna knock me down.
Are they down us? Below, down there. They're gonna get the zip. The other guy, they're all zipping. I don't want you. I want to just do whatever you think you can. Are they inside the building or what? No, they're at the back. No, they're inside the building. I'm melting inside. Yep. Horizon, she's cracked. Why the fuse doesn't use his ult?
Watch out.
They're gonna go ring, man. Horizon is cracked. Heal up.
Giving my shields a recharge.
This is 3v2, we're good, we got this, man.
Gas trap deployed.
They're dropping down.
Placing an independent barrier. Reloading.
So 2v1s, 3v1. Don't let them rest. Push. She's on the left. Let's go. Yeah, but you need to heal, man. Otherwise you would have been knocked and...
Unfortunately, we were not in a party chat, so you guys couldn't enjoy and appreciate the teammate chatters. Alright, so I will be seeing you very soon on the next course, probably concerning gas traps or ultimate. If you have any comments, let me know. Don't forget a like. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Thanks for watching and for your support.
Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory, yeah. Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring, just want a life that is worth every day exploring, My whole life I just wanted